Serena Williams shit, man, because that's
Oh, yeah, I saw that this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I wanted to I wanted to talk about that when we like talk about
Yeah, I saw that this morning. Oh, hold on, like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I wanted to
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, y'all, what's good? This is Joe and the co-host is back. G, what's good?
What's dragging? What's going on? What is going on?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Good evening, chat. Hit the like button as you enter. The like button.
How we got this like we just started? Y'all some haters, man.
I don't know, man. Maybe I got some haterade or something, man. I don't
know. It's all good. It's all good.
Blame me.
Yeah. Somebody angry.
Like y'all starting too late. Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But how y'all doing, man? Me and Joe was just having to talk, man. We're a little bit late, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what the dislike was for.
Maybe I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? We was on a little bit of CP time. Me and Joe was having conversations about some stuff. But yeah, man. This week was pretty good, man. Alan came through, man. He came.
I saw the picture, yeah.
He came back, man. We was on that video that he put up, man. Alan is he's an excellent cinematographer, man. He showed me a couple of things I need to work on my stuff. I got to get better at my quick edits, learning how to edit things, you know what I mean? Because I like them old drawn out stories and stuff. And because Alan's like, you know, he's in that newer generation, they like things to be sped up and they get to the point but everything has its place. But yeah, man, the equipment that he used was a Sony A7S Mark II, and he had a nice 28 to 75 millimeter lens. But the champion of that whole thing, because he was testing out, was the Z Ukraine 2. Because he had the Z Ukraine already, but the Sony and the lens was too heavy, so he got a new one when he sold the old one and got another one, and he loves that one. That's got follow focus, everything. That thing is beefy though, man. That thing is heavy though. Like but you know, if you watch the video, there's a crane shot that he did. But it looks like a drone shot, but it's actually he just took the gimbal and put it on a monopod and just held it up and just walked it, you know, down there. The temples we went was around here. The temple, the groundskeeper was there. I got some footage that I got. I'm going to put that up like my next post on my channel, like later on, maybe this week and next week or something like that. He yeah, like there was the groundskeeper was there, and it was, I could tell it was the groundskeeper that actually lives on the property, like his family owns the property. So he was out there, you know, and the garden was nice because I found it by mistake one day when I was like walking around, just exploring my neighborhood. And it's a very nice place because, you know, most Japanese little temples and stuff, they got the graveyard like right there, right, or to the side. The graveyard is, as you walk up to it, is to the right. So there's a separate entrance for the graveyard right there. But you can just walk into the garden and just sit there, and it's just tranquil and nice. They got a koi pond right there, and they got the bell right there when a monk comes out, and you can just sit there and just, it's just very nice, very nice. So the groundskeeper was really nice, really cool because he let us do a lot of filming in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was really nice. But other than that, man, it was pretty cool, man. It was really nice. But yeah, that's what happened with me, man. So other than that, man, and what's good with you?
Yeah. So guys, if you are not a friend on Facebook, let's see. Okay. You're not a friend on Facebook, and the title of this live stream is heading home. So none crazy, none, in no trouble.
Yeah.
No, but had a family member, close family member, pass recently, so I got to rush home tomorrow, and it's been pretty hectic, not stressful, but hectic, just moving out so fast. Uh, and yeah, because everything kind of happened like way too quickly, so I'll be back in the States until next Sunday. So from Tuesday to Sunday, so about 5 days. Um, and yeah, I'll be back here on Monday, next Monday. So I still got work to do. You know, world keeps spinning, so I still got to keep going. But still want to be sure that everyone at the house at least gets to see me and all that cool stuff. So it's cool. So if I feel a bit down, y'all know why. So it's you know, very, very close family member. But don't worry, she's older. It's cool. But yeah, that's all. That's all. But yeah, D, what's up? So, what's on the well? First of all, guys, comment in. Just to let us know that you are here. Also, still on Facebook, please join the Facebook group Expat Creatives.
Yes.
It is growing, and I got a possible sponsorship for my Okazaki video. So that's I gotta see if I trust these guys though, but it's a possible sponsorship if I trust these guys. So you know, you guys are helping this channel out big time. First sponsor, possibly, and I hope so. But yeah, this is going to be cool. And yeah, guys, please keep watching. Please keep joining the chats. Please keep sharing, and please keep you know, just supporting the group or the channel and the Facebook group in any sort of way. It is growing and it is going to get bigger over time. I would take some video in the States, but I don't think that's a good time. So I'm just going to chill out for about a week. And yeah, but guys, please keep supporting the group. I will be back on here hopefully next Tuesday if everything goes well. If not, I will just, you know, let you guys know. But yeah, that's what's going on this side. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. It is Monday. I know Monday is the hardest day of the week. But I hope you guys are doing well.
Exactly.
And yeah, D, so what's good, man? What's good for the topic of today?
Well, the topic of the day, you know what I'm saying? We're going to basically we break it up. We did our intro, you know, just introducing, just catching up with you guys, let y'all enter. So the topic of the day is, I don't really, we can just go off the hip because we try a little lighthearted and stuff like that.
Right.
But I was thinking about something the other day and overestimating people. You know, if you're easily disappointed by people. I recently been dealing with this myself, so I'm just going to speak about it myself. I used to have a knack of overestimating people. And when I mean of overestimating people, not to say that I'm like the poster child for having your stuff together, because I fail at a lot of stuff. But I do notice that I have this I have this thing about having people have the same understanding or basic needs or basic training or just, you know, just empathy that I would have if I was in their position. And I hold people to that standard, and I get disappointed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to realize that I'm overestimating people. I'm putting things on people that people don't truly can adhere to. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair to those people. Like, I've come to accept people are who they are, right? And give you a perfect example. You know, me and Joe had a conversation, and you know, he let me know days in advance about what he just spoke about. And he asked me, out of everything he told me, I was like, oh, okay, man. Oh, all right. You know, we had that exchange. And what surprised me is when Joe asked me, he was like, hey, man, can you still do the show? And I was about to say, and excuse my French, fuck that damn show. Like, because if it was me, I ain't worried about no damn show, right? There's a lot of other things on my, but that right there alone, we're different. Like, does that make me worse than Joe or Joe better than me? Because he still was thinking, like, I still have a responsibility. The show must go on. Man, can you get the show? And I was like, yo, I can still do the show. And today, me and Joe had a conversation, just texting back and forth. And he was like, hey, man, I still think I was like, well, when's your flight? And he told me his flight. And he's like, I think, I'll let you know if I'm good, to do the show by this time. And I was like, you about to fly out? So you worried about doing I told you. I was like, man, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is a way, I wouldn't do it. Like, I tell y'all that to the fact once I came back, like, well, if I, talk, but everybody's different. And that's a testament to Joe because he still wants to, adhere to what he put forth in his duties and stuff like that. And, and I know it was hard for Joe right here to even talk about this, the situation that happened to him. And so, but it's, it kind of segues into overestimating people and holding them to the standard that you have for them, because no one knows the standard that you'll hold for someone unless you communicate that with them. And just by how you would do things doesn't necessarily translate over to anybody else. Like it's just one of those things. Like it's like I had something like, I'm the type of person, if I can't keep my word, I feel like trash. Like I feel like worse than trash. Like if I promise to do something and I can't come through, I feel like I got this thing in my stomach. I just like, oh my God, I ain't this, that, and the third. And then when I got to go to the person to say, hey man, for whatever the reason is, it doesn't really matter. I couldn't do X, Y, and Z, and I feel like trash, right? And the person may empathize and understand, but they don't feel the same way of what I feel. They will never feel that. They can empathize, they can understand, but they still don't feel the way of how I'm putting all this pressure on myself. You know what I'm saying? I may communicate that, but at the end of the day, I didn't keep my word.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if they are rightfully mad about it because they held me to a higher standard than I've even previously thought, even if I'm so repetitive and so, contrite about what happened, and I can't, either way, they're not going to feel it. So that's why I say, to myself is, and that's why, the whole point of this, and just the opening monologue, is that I had to learn to basically not hold people to a higher standard past the basic principles of respect.
No, and I get that, because it also goes, I think one thing that I talked about before was like having high expectations and putting your mind in the future, and then us, basically creating our own disappointment by those expectations not being met, especially if it's expectations that are outside of yourself. It creates a huge chance that there's going to be some unnecessary disappointment, anger, or even guilt sometimes when things don't go your way. And one thing that I have learned to do, unless I truly know people and I know what they're truly capable of, I don't really have any expectations for anyone or anything or any sort of outcome of any situation. Just because, one, on the, I guess, selfish side, it lessens the blow of when something doesn't go well, but at the same time, it makes the transition on doing on getting another a solution ready because now you, like, your whole emotional self wasn't put in that outcome or put into this person to do something that you expected. It's okay, this happened. All right, now I gotta, maneuver and get something else done. So, which is, I think, the best way to be about things. For example, like, I'm applying for my visa now, and I thought I got my return thing to go collect it, but it was just like they needed one more tax document, and I thought I gave it to them, but it was just something else. So I'm like, man, so now I got to get the flight and I got to get this tax thing done. That's messed up. But at the same time, I always knew in the back of my mind that there could be a chance it couldn't go through the first time. So, I got to go, wake up tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., get the bike ready, roll around town, get all this stuff done before I head out. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But, the worst thing that we can do is beat ourselves up for something. And like the worst thing, I think the absolute worst thing we can do is get super angry about it to the point where it's like unnecessary. You want to, if you're angry, let it flow, because you want to express your emotions. If you hold that stuff in, that's going to hurt you too. But like, whatever emotion you feel at that moment, let it flow. And the best way to do it is keep yourself conscious that you are feeling this emotion. Because if you don't keep yourself conscious, then like it's going to flow and it can either take you over or you're just going to deny that it's there. And either one are good. So be conscious of your emotions at that point is going to be the best way for you to express them and to let them flow out of you. And then like, yeah, that's basically it. So low expectations for outcomes and people's abilities to do stuff, especially if you don't know them that well. Yeah, I mean, it keeps your mind safe and peaceful. That's it for that.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, what I'm saying, like, as you guys enter, man, just hit the like button, comment, say some things in the chat, man, please. We're trying to keep the energy as much as possible high, sending good vibes. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The stream might end a little bit early, prematurely, depending on how everything is feeling. But the vibe and stuff. So just let you guys know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like, I was checking like one of my videos, and somebody left a couple of comments in there. And it was nothing crazy, nothing like that. It's just, people just asking just questions, you know what I'm saying? One was about, like, I had my dog. I asked the subscriber, and they was asking about like Tosas and stuff like that, and Akitas and stuff like that. And I was just, and I replied to him. I said, man, Tosas are like 20 grand, man. Like they're like national treasures. Even if you buy one, you can't take one back with you. Like, right. And then Akita, like, them things are like it's a lady. She walks a white Akita like around here all the time. Like that thing is like, it's like a miniature horse. Like that thing is like, you just, it's friendly, but it's like them things are meant to hunt bears. Like you gotta understand, like them things ain't, like you just get, I got a bear dog. Like I got a dog to hunt bears. Like, and then you gotta feed them. Like I'm barely eating in Japan myself. Like then I got a grown bear dog that I gotta feed. Come on, bro. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, why you buy Mercedes Benz? Well, it's not the price of purchasing it. This is the upkeep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be putting in 87 octane, like getting that cheap old gas. You gotta put that premium in. Something happens. You can't take it to the old one-out Willie down the street with the whatchamacallit, the things. You got to take that straight to the dealership.
Right.
My homeboy, he brought a Mercedes Benz. It's like one of the AMG, right? It's the AMG, and he brought it, and it's like it's like it had it was nice, right? So he brought the car, and I'm in the back seat, right? And he got he had a girl he was dating in the front seat, and my wife in the back seat. And I'm up here, I'm like, dude, you brought the wrong car. And he's like, what are you talking about? All the fun stuff is in the back seat. Like it had like, how like you got the tint on your windows,
Right, right.
At the tent, it had the shades to come down, like the mind your business shades to come down. It had like the cup holders, it had USB ports, everything. It was real nice in the back, and the seats, because when you get the sedan, right?
Right.
It's like, all right, you got seats. The seats was like, oh man, like they sit back and hugged you. It's like, man. And he driving the car, and I was like, man, this ain't a car for you to drive. This is a car for someone to drive you with.
Right, right. It sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but he wanted to get a spare key, right? $500 spare key.
Wow.
Like the alignment on the car started kind of drifting to the right, so he had to keep recompensate when he drive, like just a little bit, right? Just off a little bit. So he took it to a garage. They said, man, we can't work on this because everything's computer controlled, so you got to take it to the dealership. So he takes it to the dealership, and the dealership, he's thinking it's mechanical. It's not mechanical, it's all electrical because it's onboard control by the electronics. $2,000 for them to update the chip to reset because the AMGs that he had ran off a GPS positioning to keep, like, I was like, whoa. What is BMW and Mercedes-Benz launching their own satellites into the ether and like, what's going on here? Like, and it was for an upgrade for the total package. You can't just upgrade one module. You had to download and upgrade the whole thing, and they had to test it to make sure it worked and all that. So it's just the upkeep of things, man. Like, you buy things, but can you afford to keep it? Like, it's just one of those things. What's that? Okay. We got asked the question here. There's some Amish people that have a store near my mom, and they sell Akitas from time to time. Yeah, I'm like, if they have one, like, what I'm saying, I'm not sure, but I do know something a little bit about breeds and like the American Rottweiler versus the German Rottweiler. Totally different size, like totally different size. Like a American, like they have it like an American Bulldog. Like an American Bulldog looks like a pit bull, but it's just bigger. Or sometimes it'll come smaller, but it's bigger than a British Bulldog. Where you have like a Bull Mastiff or a Mastiff, you know what I'm saying? Basically like different than a Tiberian Mastiff or whatever. So I'm like, if they have them, like Akitas are really cool, but when you come face to face with a real Japanese Akita, it's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Mount Fuji. It looks good from afar. Majestic once you get there. Like it's like, oh, whoa, this don't look like the picture. It don't look all nice and like whatever. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a fat chick. Look good for
Random.
Oh, man. Hey man, it's gonna be some quotes, man. It's gonna be some quotes.
Oh yeah, I know. I already know.
Houston, American bred Akitas. American bred Akitas. Like, it's a difference, man. It's a difference. Yeah. They selling Akitas, they just American bred like Akitas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just, it's just like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the most, like Tulsa's are probably one of the most vicious dogs in the world next to Argentine Ridgebacks. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw an Argentine Ridgeback and it had the same demeanor as a Tulsa. Like Tulsas, you can only have one type of owner. Like they're only going to listen to one person in the house. The most dominant person in the house, that's all they're going to listen to. So they're not good family dogs. So like, because they're meant for hunting and stuff. But like Akitas are good overall. They're more work dogs. They're like protective work dogs. You know, pretty much it's like a big version of a husky. You know, like it's like a it looks like a Shibakin, It's just a big Shibakin, basically. But they're really, really good dogs. You know what I'm saying? But when you see them, man, them things is This lady got an all white one. You know, like the SoftBank dog, right?
Right.
But it's like big as a Great Dane, and it's like almost as wide as a mastiff. You know what I'm saying? That's a big dog, man. That thing. That little Japanese lady be walking that dog. He be pulling them down. She pulling like every time I see that dog, man, it's all white. Like during the wintertime, it's cool. But during the summertime, man, I be feeling sorry for that dog, man. It be hot and muggy. Like that dog belong in whatever. All right, so we want to talk about a couple of topics. Topic number one, another topic. Yes, there was a big earthquake in Japan in the sector of Sapporo or Hokkaido, which is a real big tourist attraction, and this is where a lot of Japan's best produce, like far as milk and chocolate and dairy products and seafood, come from this area. So they had like a 6.5, and it wasn't the earthquake itself that did a lot of damage. It was the mudslides that did a lot of damage. The runoff and stuff, and it came like right after they had a big typhoon came through, especially Sapporo, especially Osaka. Osaka got really hit by the typhoon, and then Sapporo. So this brings it to the next thing where we had that session when we was talking about make sure you keep yourself together when it comes to a disaster when you're in a foreign country. Yeah. Make sure you keep yourself. Don't get too comfortable in a foreign country because you don't live here, and the citizens, they're going to take care of their citizens first before they take care of you.
Yeah, one thing, if you don't speak the language, you're kind of at a disadvantage. You know, I would say just to keep yourself safe, like one, I mean, most likely, if you have been here for a while, your house is probably very well built because you have hopefully been able to move into a nicer place. Because I would say first year houses, I mean, for foreigners, you know, you got them kind of dinky, you know, family houses. I feel like be careful in those because those are made out of like old wood. They're pretty strong, but I mean, like if an earthquake is strong enough, I'm sure them houses are coming down.
Oh yeah. You saw some stuff that came down.
Right. Because you want to get into a place that's made out of cement and like made strong, and you know, like it looks. Because if it looks strong, it's probably strong. But yeah, this whole place is straight cement and like pure metal and all this. It's like when that typhoon hit, man, not a budge, man. It was nice. So
yeah.
Be like the longer you stay here, the more you really want to invest time and money into finding a really good, strong place in a nice location.
Yeah.
Suitable to you. So you know, but I would say, I mean, many people love living near water. You know, I remember like my father always said, never live near water. Like, you know, because like there are a lot of floods that happen here. There are a lot of, you know, I mean, storms happen here every summer. Like we get, I would say 3 or 4 really big typhoons in the summer and like a lot of small ones. And yeah, just be very, very careful with, you know, wherever you decide to live, but be very smart about it though. You know, location is very important, and also the way your house is built is even more so. So, yeah, but I guess the only other thing I can say is it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That's what we always got to think. And one thing that the Japanese do well that I've noticed is that like they're good for hoarding stuff out when there is a disaster. Now, when they hoard, it's not like American hoarding. It's not like they'll go into a shop and yank everything out. No, they'll hoard is in like they'll buy everything out. So they'll do like a legal hoarding. So like once a storm hits, or like when they kind of can tell things are going to go wrong, they'll buy out all the canned foods, or they'll buy out all the stuff that they know they'll need, and then like it's gone. You know, once the time the like storm hits, like shelves are gone, everything's missing just because people bought everything. So you know, I would say always like once a week if you can, just buy, you know, 500 yen of beans or something, like noodles are already cooked or something, like just spare food. You know, I was like, no, not noodles. They spoil at the time. But like canned foods is perfect.
Yeah.
Big bottles of water, like, because I already got like five big jugs of water here with that, and like one jug, if you have to survive on it, it should last you at least like maybe 3 days, 4 days max. So like, you know, so you should be cool. Like a can of beans, if you had to, for me, it would last me a day. A can of beans should last me a whole day. It'd be hard, but it would last me a day. So
yeah,
just be careful, be prepared.
like a lot of times people don't realize, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to have like you said, like they were just showing in Sapporo, like all the bread, the milk, milk, and eggs is gonna be the first to go. Bam.
Yep.
That's done. Like bread, milk, and eggs is gonna be the first to go. Then the convenience stores are gonna be out first. Grocery stores are going to be out second. So the only thing that's actually going to be able to do anything is the mom and pop little places that's in your neighborhood. And
right.
They don't use debit cards or anything. So you're going to have to basically make sure you have cash. So if you know there's a typhoon or something, that's why a lot of Japanese, they still operate on the cash system. They keep cash in their house just in case. Because you know, I mean, if they got rolling blackouts, the banks ain't going to be open and operating. Because Japan doesn't really rock on an automated system. They have a person there to. It's old school. It's kind of like a switchboard operator or something like that. It's old school. So there are times where you need to take your money out, even during national holidays. You know what I mean? Before that. But you know, make sure you have, I would say, at least emergency, you got yourself at least 20,000 yen. You know what I'm saying? In cash. I would say the major airports to fly out of is like, you know, first is Tokyo. So it's Haneda and Narita. So wherever you at in Japan, you need to be able to, in cash, purchase a bullet train ticket to get you to one of the airports if you got to fly out and leave Japan. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to get in that direction. So you need to have that. You need to have enough money where you can eat or something. And you don't necessarily got to stay in a hotel, but you can stay like in an internet cafe or something like that if push comes to shove or something like that.
Oh yeah, like guys, I always talk about saving your money, man. Like I would say like 25% is a good area to save. I would say if you can't do 25, hit for like, you know, at least at the bare minimum 15. Average is 20, but I would say try to get that 25 because guys, you don't know like when an emergency is gonna come up, man. Like, cause me forget like to get this trip, man. Like, luckily I got my parents help me out, but I'm saving up money all the time just in case things like this do happen where I gotta go home in the blink of an eye because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Like,
you don't know. Always save that money, but don't spend money on bullshit. Like for real. Like, if you don't need it, don't spend it. Of course, you want to splurge sometimes and have fun and stuff, but like if you got it in the back of your mind where it's like, do I really need this? You probably don't need it.
Exactly.
So like, but I mean, have your nice stuff. Get yourself some nice clothes and like, cause we're here also to have fun too. But because I was reading in a few articles, like there are plenty of American people like if an emergency came up and they needed $700, they wouldn't be able to get that money out because they wouldn't have it. And it's like, you gotta be able to save your money. Now, some people they're living from paycheck to paycheck. Who's this? That is one of my friends calling. Hold on 1 second, D.
Hey, I'm up.
Yeah, let's run the chat real quick. Call it right back. Yeah. But yeah, guys, save your money because you just don't know what's going to happen. Like anything can happen. You got to be ready to go at a moment's notice. Yeah, that's really all I can say about this.
Yeah, it's and that's where people people don't even you know what I mean, they don't come prepared because they get too comfortable over time. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
that's
mean, things are pretty easy in the present moment, but I mean, like, you know, just save up because, like, again, you don't know. Yeah.
yeah. So that happened basically. You know, just recently. You know what I'm saying? That was over the week. It was all on the news and stuff like that. It was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But what the thing that got me is, and this was, you know, Joe need a T-shirt, no excuses, because people were still going to work, right? Also, people were shopping. They had all the reasons to close down the convenience stores and the mom and pop stores that sold food. The store owner opened up, no power, and this man had candles in there. And every customer that walked in to do some shopping, him and the store staff would walk behind them with the candles so they can see what they're getting. So they wouldn't be inconvenienced by not. I was like,
No, but that's what you call like a first. I mean, like it's a first world country, but I mean, like Japan still operates sometimes off of like an immigrant mindset. Like it's pretty dope how Japan be sometimes. That's really cool. And not saying that Americans won't do it, but I mean, like still, I mean, like it's not common. And I mean, because like we already know how Americans get when there's a disaster, they be looting, stealing, robbery, all that stuff. Like Japan, I'm not saying it doesn't happen in Japan either, but I mean, like for the majority of people, people know how to be chill and help each other out.
yeah, and and you know what I'm saying, that's a crazy thing where, you know what I mean, and they were out there immediately, like, you know, fixing stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
When it happened, they was out there immediately. They even got their emergency services out, and they still got stuff going on, but it's immediate fixes. Like, as soon as it happened, everybody went into action. Like, it was like systematic. Like, all right, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. We need to get this up first, this up second, this up third, get the people out, do this, do that, and everything went into action like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's that. The next thing that happened, we was talking earlier as we started. Serena Williams lost.
Nico Osaka.
Yeah. Now this is the crazy part, right? So I was watching earlier where she got out of the first round, and they had it on Japanese television. She was explaining, she was talking and speaking in Japanese, and the newscasters were laughing after she finished doing her interview. And I asked my wife, like, why are they laughing? They said because her Japanese isn't proper, like it's not good, like it's bad Japanese. And she just said it. My wife just said it nonchalantly. And my wife is also mixed. She's not full Japanese, but she's lived here ever since she was 6, so she's like native and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So at the same time, I told my wife, I said, if she wins, all of a sudden she's going to become Japanese. Because they introduce her as like Haitian Japanese or half or whatever. But once she wins, she gonna be Japanese. They gonna claim her like Columbus claimed the Caribbeans as the Americas. Like, they gonna claim her. And what happened? They claimed her. Like, and then I asked my wife, was like, where does she live in Japan? This girl been living in Florida since she been like 14 with her dad. And her mom lives in Florida. They don't even live in Japan. They live in Florida. She's an American citizen. Like, she's like now she's the first Japanese, like they pushing this narrative and stuff. And it's like it's crazy. Hold on, let's go back here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Joe, you know what I'm saying? Yo, appreciate it. I know Joe, if you want to speak on that.
No, I mean, I don't have much to say. I saw it this morning real quick, the highlights, and I was just like, eh. I mean, I was watching, of course, from Serena's point of view. It was, I mean, did it? Because honestly, I don't know what to say because I can't make a judgment because I'm not really a fan of tennis. But you know, I mean, I see the highlights of like championship games and finals and stuff. But
Hey man,
I would say like I'm not sure if her anger, like, because of course American citizens would say like her anger was justified, but you know, of course, you know, and of course I get where you come from. The Japanese people, that's how Japanese people are. It's like she's half until she does some good, you know.
yeah,
So,
you know, there's like that was just the point that I was trying to make. Like the whole thing with Serena did is like this. I used to watch tennis back in the day when like Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras and Mark
P sounds familiar. Yeah.
you know Martin, I can't say her name right. Um, and I used to watch it back in the day. It was pretty nice, but you know, this is like ABC Wild World of Sports. They didn't have ESPN. There was like no cable back then. And then I was over my grandmother's house, so she made me watch it. So it's like whatever, right? So, but I did like it. Then I watched tennis only because the Williams sisters were playing, and when they grew up, the only person I actually watched was Serena. So if Serena's playing, I'm watching Serena.
Right.
I'm not watching Serena because, oh, I love tennis. I'm watching Serena because I'm watching Serena. Like, I'm watching Tiger because it's golf. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't like watching golf. Like, tennis is one of those sports that's boring unless you really like it, just like golf, unless you're playing it. But she got fined because of the whole tutu thing. That's one fine. She had multiple fines. So if you thumb your nose at everybody, they're going to thumb their nose back. Like that's basically what it was. When she did the whole bodysuit thing that she's been doing, and they fined her for it because of the whole Nike thing and whatever, she turned around and wore tutu. Ha ha, I got you back. Right. So they decided to ha ha, I got you back. And she knows what it was. And I really believe like it's messed up. But when she said I would rather lose
and cheat,
I'm pretty sure she threw the rest of the match. Like I'm pretty sure she threw the rest of the match. Like I'm pretty sure where it was like, you know what, I can't beat y'all basically showing me that at any time. And it's not like it's not her first time.
right?
Like the Williams has always had, especially Serena has always had a problem with officiating the U.S. Open. They've always had that problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is, to me, I just feel bad because it kind of undermines the accomplishment of Osaka.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Naomi Osaka, because she probably worked her butt off, and now it's like you lost because Serena didn't feel like playing. Like that just kind of undermines like your heart.
Yeah, it's one thing I feel bad about the whole time because I'm like, you know, it was more focused on Serena's, you know, her interaction with the, I guess the referee coach thing.
Yeah, the ref. And
then Naomi. So I'm like, man, like that sucks because even when she tried to raise up the trophy, I know she didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
she did not want to do that. Like, you know, it's man, because I mean that sucks, and that's your first time there too, and that's how you got it. Like, yeah, I mean I mean because it's like the whole media have like, you know, like had it hyped up as, oh, she's from Japan. No, she's American. Like,
yeah.
You know, because like even because I didn't know about this whole thing at first, right? So I'm thinking, oh, cool, you know, she's from Japan, you know, and then I found out she's from America. I'm like, what? She trying to be with y'all?
Yeah, no, for real. The crazy part about like we said, like, you know what I'm saying, they was laughing at her, like they was laughing at her on Wednesday, and now she's like, it's kind of like a reverse Jesus moment. Like they was like praising him on this day, and they was crucifying him 3 days later. It's like if she would have got second place, they wouldn't even said anything. They'd have been like, oh, the Hafu went second place against the Black American Serena Williams. Like now they're gonna be already know they got a dude on a plane right now showing up at her door trying to offer her a contract to do a commercial in Japan and do all these interviews. I already know it. The dude probably, the Kofi ain't even cold in her hand sitting on her mantelpiece before that dude knocked on her door right now. But it's just, but it's like life, man. What have you done for me lately? But the real question in the room is how, you know what I mean? What, you know what I mean? Like, like, you know, it just shows you in both spectrums.
Right.
Machine, you will never beat the machine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the show Serena Williams. Oh, you with Kaepernick on this. You with Nike on that. All right, we want to show you that you're only a champion when we want you to be a champion. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows it's like one of those unspoken rules, and it's like a gentleman rule or something, right? You're telling me during a match, a player can't be coached by their coach? Like, even boxers get tips from their trainers in between rounds.
Right.
So it's like, all right, cool, but you don't really enforce these rules. Like, a lot of the rules that you was enforcing.
Remember, even Serena's coach said, "Man, everybody gets coaching."
Yeah, everybody gets coaching. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it wasn't like he was saying, Serena, directly do this, this, and this. It ain't like he's got a headset on like the NFL when the skybox and
right.
You know what I mean? It's like he was like, hey, you need to calm down or whatever. So it's a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I really feel bad for her. It's just like when Steve Harvey made the mistake on the Miss America pageant.
Right.
He said
I think he said the second runner up was the final was the winner.
Yeah, like it was the lady from the Colombia. He said Colombia won, and then it was the Philippines actually won, and he had to take the crown off the Colombian lady. He's like, I felt disrespected, but that actually shows you something, is that if the lady from the Philippines won, then he was reading what was off the teleprompter versus what he was reading off of the card. Because he looked at the teleprompter, opened the card up, and read what's off the teleprompter. So that basically meant that the card is just somebody made a mistake. And he even explained it. Like, he was reading the teleprompter. We just go through the card as just a formality. But whatever's on the card is actually who actually won. And then, you know, it was just mixed up. So it's just crazy, man. It's just when, you know what I mean, it took away from the person that actually won. You know what I mean? When a person, like, they do a lot, because if she would have just played Serena Williams and then this dude wasn't enforcing rules that don't really get enforced, like everybody even said it, nobody enforces those rules.
Yeah.
Nobody, right? And then the US Open does have a knack of coming, and then they was in the news the whole time with just going at the Serena hard body about anything she did. Then it takes away from, okay, now everybody's second guessing, should you have done X, Y, and Z? So they find her basically because they got to stand by their official, because if they say the official was wrong, then everything else that any official does come into question. And then they'll probably change the rules and move on.
Right.
And then it's like one of those stalemates, like two opposing forces in a war. And the only time that people stop having a war is when the two sides have gotten so many losses that it's drawn to a stalemate.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the person that got sacrificed for it is Naomi Osaka. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure the next time she faces anybody, they're going to go out of their way to demolish her. And if she plays Serena again, she's going. Like, remember the last US Open when Serena got to the finals and something happened and Stevens, the younger girl, won.
Yeah.
Right? And then the next time Stevens faced Serena, Serena mopped the floor, like ran her off. Like, it was like on some Michael Jordan-esque type thing.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of those things. But that's just my purview for that. What do you guys think about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, G. Yeah, actually, I have to head back.
So, hey, everybody. We're going to have to cut it short, man. If you didn't catch a lot of stuff beforehand, you know what I'm saying, please play it back. You know why. I appreciate you guys coming up. and coming in here to show some views and stuff like that, and liking and commenting. But we're gonna cut it short today. I understand, Chef Ole. We're gonna cut it short today. We will probably we'll probably be off for a week. I may do a stream or two on my channel, but we'll be probably off for a week. You know what I'm saying? So Joe can do his thing. And you know what I'm saying, like that. Joe, would you like to say some final words and address the comments in the section?
Oh yeah. So let me see real quick, guys. I want to say thank you just for the support. It means a lot, really does. Let's see. Take everything after this for the attendance stuff. Let's see. I'll pray for your fam. Cosmic Vortex. Thank you very much. Could be head of Joe. Sorry for your life. Thank you. I'll be okay, man. I'm just it just happened so soon. Everything, you know, I've been rushing around all day, making sure paperwork got done for me to go, and you know, making sure all the classes got taken care of. Had to move some people around, all that stuff. So it just happened a little bit too quickly. But you know, I was telling D earlier, like that's kind of the reason why we kind of work with who we work with, because when this stuff happens, you need people who you can trust, who can actually, you know, move this fast when stuff like this does happen. So, you know, but it's all good. Like, with that being said, guys, thank you. I gotta head back. Gotta make a couple phone calls and, you know, get some last minute packing done. But it's all good, and I will talk to you guys next week. I'll still update Facebook and everything if you are friends on Facebook or Expat Creatives. But guys, thank you so much for the support thus far. Everything is growing and everything is going well. Like I said before, we do have a possible sponsor for the channel, which is good. So if we do, I will let you guys, well, you'll see it. But yeah, that's all I want to say. Indeed, thank you again for your support. And yeah, guys, that's it. So with that being said, D, last words?
Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? I just drop a quote right here real quick. Like I regret not trying before I regret failing. There you go.
Cool.
All right.
That being said, man, that's it. Again, thank you for the support, and I will talk to you guys next week. Please support D on his channel, Too Black in Japan. And that's it. So, guys, with that being said, peace.
Peace.